As I sat in the medical recliner in the sterile room, my feet dangling, I took a look around. To my right, sitting across the room, there was a very young girl being hooked up to a few IV bags with different medications. She looked like she was used to being hooked up, like it was just part of her daily routine. She sat there browsing on her phone. To my left was a woman wrapped in a blanket laying on her side sleeping. I noticed that her wig was partially off of her head, but she looked tired and worn out, and oddly comfortable. It was my first day of chemotherapy. I already went through a double mastectomy, my choice, and I had absolutely no idea what I was about to go through. I mean, I knew that I was going to be filled with a poison meant to cure me of this disease, but as I look back now, I had no clue about the journey. I made sure to read up on all the ins and outs of the medicine I was going to receive. All the clinical papers and medical jargon was reeling through my mind. I read up on other people's feelings and their side effects, but I just had no clue. As I sat there waiting for the nurse to come and talk to me, I suddenly felt so alone. If you can remember back to being in the first grade for just a moment and harness the feeling of what it was like to be in a new school with new faces and not knowing what to expect, and the feeling of being thoroughly scared, that was my feeling. Suddenly, a very young, handsome male nurse appeared before me and greeted me with as much enthusiasm as possible. It was the second year of COVID, so he was wearing a mask, but I knew that he was smiling at me underneath. I cannot recall his name, but he introduced himself, and somehow, maybe I told him, he knew that I worked in the medical field, so he didn't hold back on the explanation of what I was about to go through. Hi, my name is Brian, and this is the first of 4 chemotherapies that you are going to receive. Every 3 weeks, you're going to receive another infusion through your port, he said, pointing to the right side of my chest. So before we hook you up, I'm going to explain how this is going to work.